It's a bit damp this morning, we got some moisture, so Andrew's just going to drop, we've got a little bit of barley left in this bottom hopper for when we did the summer barley of the week. Andrew's just going to drop that out and then we're going to put some cover crop seed in. He's going to go and sow a cover crop this morning while we've still got some moisture. On the Unimog, and I'm going to tell you something I don't like about it. Right, the steering wheel is massive. Why do you need the steering wheel that big? The steering is so light, why does it have to be that big? Also as well, it doesn't really adjust a lot, this steering wheel, but the ones that go side to side do. And also the radio is like right over there, so it's a bit difficult to reach it. Yeah, another thing is they're sort of hidden the door handle down here, and then when you climb out, you want to climb out forwards. I know you shouldn't, but then your boot gets stuck underneath that. That should be sort of like, I don't know, maybe up there out the way. But yeah, that's the only real faults I can find with it at the moment. Rob's been pushing up with a little pusher, but it's time to get the big pusher in now and get it up even higher. Jonathan MacArthur Agriculture sent me a picture yesterday of someone emptying the grain dryer with a seed sock. This is exactly what's in this seed sock. It's from when we emptied the grain dryer. Anyway, we're just going to tip it out now, and we're going to use it as a sheet for mixing cover crop seeds on, because the pan mixers at Joe and Bill's, and we only need 80 kilos, so we'll just mix it on the seed sock. Anyone want a Teagle Tomahawk? Nick doesn't use it anymore. Another JCB here as well. That's how much paper is in an air filter, because we took one apart to make a sieve. Just walking past and I thought, what is that? It is a massive moth. Doesn't look big, but that's a brick. That's my thumb. It's huge. Yeah, at least it won't block with that though, will it? No, it's keeping them bits in there. We're stripping the 936. Just cleaning it a bit more with the leaf blower. Blowing the bits of chaff out. I might go off the drill. The rape store, Rob's pushing the oilseed rape up. We've obviously got a lot of room at the back here, so we're just telling them how far to push it without it going onto the flashings. Just mixing the cover crop seed. Ooh, bit of chaff in that. Not sieved it well enough. Give it a good mix with the shovel and blowing the bits of straw that is still left out of it. Hopefully it should be alright now. There we go. Put this in the drill now. Then we can calibrate it. This one's got a long snout on it. It's a prototype. Dad's off with a load of chip. I'd have took it with the Unimog, but he's gone on the fast track. Old habits die hard. These are the injectors out of Black Beauty, so that's a new one. But these sit on. Where's that little copper thing that was rusty gone? The one that you showed me. Oh, there you go. So that's been leaking. So they're new ones to go in, pressurising the water and causing the fuel problem. Tell me you got rained off combining without telling me you got rained off combining last time you were out. We're back cutting wheat. Just going to fill one of the drying floors up. Windows are dirty. Andrew drilled that field over there with a cover crop this morning, and then Sam's working behind them trees. Some chopped straw in, because that's going to be drilled with oilseed rape hopefully tomorrow. This is the bit, remember, with the pre-emergence spray got missed, so you can look how thick it is here. A little bit of grass weed there, but otherwise. And then if you look there, there's a stripe, there's a triangle. So we're doing all right for yield here. You can't really see because it's a triangle. It's on 10.5 tonne, 12 tonne to the hectare. And then watch, this is the bit with the no spray. Look at it, so thin and weedy. And then what's it going to have dropped off to now? 6.55, 4, 3.7, 3.6, then going back up again as we're back into the good stuff. So that just shows you the importance of that pre-emergence spray, of keeping the crop clean going into winter, letting it get away, letting it tiller, and then it obviously results in yield then, you know, sort of 10 months later, 11 months later, by a considerable amount. It's, you know, it did like a third the crop, didn't it, or a quarter. Another one ticked off the list. Andrew's gone back now with the last load. Rob's not back because Andrew had parked his tractor in the way of where Rob needed to tip, and has got the keys in his pocket. So I'm going to drop the header off now, and I'm going to wait then for Rob to get back to drop his trailer in the field then, and pick my header up and move me to the next field. Andrew's here to get the header on the Unimog. We put it on the pickup hitch, don't know why, because we've got a proper Continental hitch we could have used. Put the sign on the front. See if we can get a decent calendar picture with the Unimog and the combine. Remember that awful field of wheat that Jack was filming with his drone when we were spreading lime? Well, it's actually doing quite respectable at the moment, to the point where I'm actually confused which variety it is, because the Gleam has been out yielding the X Days, and this is supposed to be X Days. It's not a bad lot at all, this really, in places. Just topping Rob up now, the tank's empty, so we're just filling it into the trailer just as fast as it's coming in the combine, and that way we can top the trailers up nicely. It's just doing about, what, 9.3, 9.4 tonnes to the hectare here, 9.9, see it there. Doing about 50 tonne an hour, not pushing it too hard because they can't keep up carting at the moment. There's Bill just coming to see if his wheat's fit next to, because we might bounce across into his field while we've got the header on. The only thing is, it's 19, this is saying 18 on here, but it's actually 19% what we're taking back the yard. And if you're drying it with gas, which Bill will be doing, it's not a fun job and it's expensive, so we might leave it for another day. We'll just go on to some more of our wheat. Although that biomass boiler and the solar panels were well over £500,000 investment, it is one of the best things we've ever done, because it means that when you get days like this where it's sunny and you think it's dry and it's not, you can go out and you can use the electric off the solar and the wood chip and the biomass to dry your grain, instead of having to buy natural gas or kerosene, which is absolutely extortionate at the moment. So it's fantastically paying us back. Also, it just makes harvest less stressful, because you're not waiting or feeling bad cutting grain at 19%. People are definitely more interested in farming, I think, probably down to Clarkson, but I'm going past this row of houses now, and there's three of them in a row, all stood at the window watching and filming the combine. I mean, I know it does look pretty cool, but years ago you wouldn't really get people looking. You might get the odd child in the garden, but that's about it. The field next to are bills that we're not cutting that we did. We're going to when we cut that the other year, it was so dry and dusty 2020 that one guy was moaning on the local residents group about the dust in his oak falling on his house and going in his bathroom window he'd left open, and he basically got abused by everyone else on that Facebook page, saying, "Are you stupid? You know, what else do you think they can do?" And then the best comment was, someone had put, "Don't worry, I've spoken to the council, they're going to get the field moved and replace it with houses," which I thought was quite funny. But yeah, it's nice to see people interested in what's going on at the end of the garden. Another one ticked off, telling me the grain tank's still open. I'm going to shut that now so we can go down the road. So Rob's going to drop his trailer there now on a tram line. Then he's going to hitch to the header, move me and the header. Andrew's going to the next field. He's going to drop his trailer in that field. Then he's going to come and pick Rob's up, and then Rob will take me with the header, and then he'll put that trailer on. Just trying to keep everyone efficient and moving so that we're not waiting on trailers anymore, but we're heading back to the farm. We're working our way back to the yard, so they should be able to start keeping up with me again anyway now we've done the furthest away block of today. And we're off. According to the weighbridge, we think it's done about 3 tonnes to the acre, including the headlands, or 7.5 tonnes to the hectare. So where it was good, it was very good. Where it was bad, it was rubbish. But not bad average, to be fair. Just a shame that the headlamps were support. Off to the next field now. Let's hope that the cars up the road haven't double parked and we can fit through, because we had to go right round last time. Stop waiting to get round the bend because someone's parked for the chippy. Well, we made it. Trailer's already here. Fast track's now here. That can hitch to that trailer, and then off we go. Cut this. This was flooded here. Well, it wasn't flooded. It was just flood headland. Yeah, it was wet and saturated. It's really thin. The pigeons have moved in on it, but the rest of the field isn't as bad. We call this field the golf club field. Can you guess why? You can see the pigeons have totally stripped that piece there bare. Got in the tram line and thinned it completely out. This field years ago we took it on and it was full of trees, like saplings, self-seeding, because it hadn't really been farmed for a long time. And we cleared them all with forestry mulcher, drilled it with beans I think, and then wheat, and then it's now in production. And we were lucky enough to get the opportunity to buy it 2 years ago I think now. This is I think the second crop on it that's actually been ours on it. Well, actually it was potatoes last year that weren't ours, but it was kind of. But yeah, lucky really. Not bad, 19 acres with the bit of grass that come with it. So it's nice when it comes up for sale close. Can you see them wheelings there? That's where, when the Fendt broke its drive shaft and we had to carry it with the Merlot, that is the damage that the weight of the Merlot carrying the Fendt did to the soil structure, and it's just not recovered quite yet because it was quite wet when we did it. Anyway, we'll get it worked up and loosened and get something growing in, and hopefully it'll cure it. But yeah, you can see it right through there. Just going to top Rob up now, so I'm going to concentrate and not film at the same time. Probably is best, so we don't spill any. Someone moaned the other day because I spilled some. But that's about it for today anyway. Thanks for watching. We're still going to be going until quite late. We might do a live video later on if you're all still awake. But yeah, lots of new subscribers, thank you. If you're a new subscriber, don't forget, tell me where you're watching from. And also, has anyone had any rain? Because we've obviously had it for the last week or so, but so many people are saying they've had no rain since whenever, and had no rain at all in July. Anyway, let me know in the comments, and I might see you later on live.